What up, Earthlings? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Marin, and on my channel, we ride the spiral. So today I'm gonna hop on with a much requested video that I never, ever thought I'd be making. If you would have told 2017 Marin that I would be making this video, I would have probably been extremely triggered and bit your head off. I don't even know where to begin with this video because it's so much. I'm gonna start off with a disclaimer saying I am not a doctor. I am not giving you health advice. We know YouTube's being all psycho about this stuff, censoring everybody who's trying to give any sort of healthy advice. We all know why that is. But yeah, so I'm not a doctor. This is not health advice. This is entertainment purposes only. And yeah. So with that being said, I'm just going to talk about what path I have gone down, what happened with my health, and how I fixed it. And this video is not by any means here to shame anyone who is vegan or thinking about going vegan. Obviously, I was vegan, but I'm making this video to talk about how I know it's a common path, but maybe if someone watches this, it could save them from a lot of health issues that happened to me and that happened to millions of other people who go vegan. I think it's like 85% of people who go vegan end up eating meat again. There's definitely a reason for that. So, if you guys are new to my channel and you just stumbled upon this video, I have another video that I was actually going to delete, but I'm leaving it up because that's what this video is about. It's such a common path to go vegan on a spiritual awakening journey. So yeah, I have a video titled Veganism is a Fad Diet. That was basically just like an ironic clickbaity title, and the ironic part of it now is that I do believe it's a fad diet. Oh my gosh, okay. But yeah, there's so much to get into, so I want to make this video as quick as I can and to the point. So I'm not gonna really get into like the science behind everything. You can go do your own research. Be wary of where you're getting that research, because a lot of these studies that are bashing, meat and dairy are big pharma-backed studies, or they are from these big Ivy League schools, and we all know that these are all Rockefeller and Rothschild's owned institutions. So keep that in mind when you're researching and you find all these, benefits to going vegan, because that happened to me. But anyways, yeah, I wanted to delete my video because I think I said at least 10 times in that video that I would never eat meat again. Yeah, cringy. I can't even get myself to rewatch that video, but because I just know like so much of that information is incorrect, but I'm gonna leave it up. I'm gonna leave it up because I always want to be authentic with you guys. That's the path I went on. I'm seeing so many people go down that path right now, and that's completely fine. I just want to talk about what had happened to me on a vegan journey and where I stand now. Again, I am not bashing anybody who wants to go vegan. If you feel like you want to go plant-based for a while and the spirit is calling you to do that, then do it. But I'm going to tell you, I do not think it is a forever diet. I don't think it's sustainable for life. Firstly, let's talk about how it's such a common path. This is what it looks like. You are an empath. You wake up to your spiritual side. You get into all of the spiritual work, right? You're doing shadow work. You're trying to raise your vibration, yada, yada, yada. And so many of us are huge animal empaths. I know I am. I have high empathy towards animals. So this is how it sucked me in, and many others. You're going down this path, you're waking up, your empathy is growing even more because now you're even more consciously aware of everything going on. You're more in touch with your feelings, emotions, yada, yada, yada. So you start learning how to raise your vibration. And then you come across all this content saying that eating meat is low vibrational. It's dense, it's gonna lower your vibration, you are eating death, and all of that sad energy in the meat is going into you. Now that is true on some level. You watch all these vegan documentaries, right? And they suck you in. They know you're an empath, they know you're emotional, they know you're a sentient being, so they're sucking you in by showing all the nasty, terrible things that go on in slaughterhouses. And it is disgusting. I am definitely not for slaughterhouses. I think factory farming is bullshit. I think there's way better ways. And I think it's disgusting and inhumane and demonic and gross beyond belief. Absolutely heartbreaking what goes on in slaughterhouses. That part of vegan documentaries is true. All of that disgusting shit going on in factory farms is really happening, and it's disgusting. So they take all that emotion, right? All that emotion you just got by watching these animals being harmed, and it fucking breaks your fucking heart. So then they have you reeled in with all of that emotion they just stirred up in you. So then when they start spitting facts about how it's bad for your health, you believe it because that terrible shit in the slaughterhouses is really happening. They've got you sucked in emotionally. And then they start telling you that it's bad for your health because of A, B, C, and D. And you believe it because you're emotionally invested now. You don't understand why everybody's not vegan. You don't understand how anybody could eat meat. Mind you, I grew up in northern Minnesota, hunting and fishing, okay? I didn't come from any sort of vegetarian or vegan family whatsoever. Very carnivore-based lifestyle I had growing up. My dad was a hunter. We grew up on a lake. He fished a lot. Just a little bit of my background. I did not grow up vegan or anything. I was vegan for about 3 years. I woke up in about 2012, had a spiritual awakening a couple years after that, and then I went vegan in about 2017. Yeah, about 2017 I went vegan, and I was that crazy vegan that, you know, I didn't grow up vegan, but I was bashing everyone. I've made a video about this called this newbie spiritual high horse. I definitely did that. You guys, I went on a, you know, cleanse. I quit alcohol, I quit weed, I quit caffeine, I went vegan, I started intermittent fasting, I started lifting weights, and yeah, like I did all of that at once. That's just where I was at my journey. I was like rock bottom, sick of everything, wanted to change my life around 1000%. And then I was that vegan who was posting nonstop on Facebook, shaming people who still ate, fell for all the global warming shit, which we know now is a bunch of bullshit. Global warming is a scam. Okay? But again, they get you with that, you know, they suck in the spiritual empaths that want to do good for the planet, for people. Like, you don't understand why everyone isn't vegan. It reverses all sorts of diseases and ailments and da-da-da-da-da and saves the planet. It's all fake. It's all propaganda. I would post about how, you know, and I couldn't understand why nobody was vegan. And so many times I would get comments back from people saying, hey, I was exactly where you were and I eat meat now and I guarantee you, you will again too. It's a scam. And I would just be, you just don't want to give up your bad habits. So I get it. If you are triggered watching this video, I get it. I get it. We love animals. I'd be, you know, bold enough to say I like animals better than people, you know? That's me. And I know there's many of you out there like that who say that as well. I went vegan. I did it correctly. I did whole food, plant-based. I cut out all the shit oils, which I'm going to get into seed oils in this video because it's a huge piece to this puzzle. So yeah, I did it right. I did whole foods. I cut out the bad oils. I wasn't eating the junk processed vegan food. Now, I did sometimes, but, you know, I was basically whole food, and then I went raw for a while. You guys, I'm not kidding you when I say I was the lowest body weight I had ever been. Now, yes, I did a bunch of other things at the same time, which, you know, helped that. I quit drinking, which was a huge one. I started intermittent fasting and working out. So it wasn't just going vegan. But I have never been that low of a weight before. I am not a tall person. I'm short, and even being short, the weight that I was at when I was vegan was very, very unhealthy. People in the gym asked me if I was competing for like the bikini fitness competitions where they have to get their body fat down to like a very, very gross low amount and they look very, very thin. Okay, that's how I was looking. Dark circles under the eyes. And then, you know, when you first start going vegan, you know, I felt good. I was like, I'm helping the planet, I'm helping the animals. I was obsessed with going grocery shopping. It really got me to cook and make all my own food because I started learning about the bad oils in stuff. So veganism did a lot of beneficial things for me. It did get me to start enjoy cooking because before that I wasn't really someone who ever cooked, and it got me to make all my own food. I started really liking like going grocery shopping and cooking my own food. Fast forward 3 years, stopped getting my period. My hair was falling out. I'm still dealing with thinning spots in my hair. I just had to cap a tooth, $2,000, get a tooth pulled, $700, and I am now in the process of having to cap 2 more on this side, which is going to cost me another $4 grand. You guys, my teeth fell apart. They are physically crumbling. And I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that it was just from going vegan, because no, I have a history of really bad teeth. If you watch my videos, you've heard me talk about all the mercury fillings I have in my mouth. And yes, the teeth that are crumbling also have mercury, which is also making my teeth fall apart. But none of them started falling apart until I was well into the veganism diet and I was doing high carb, low fat. Well, then I come to find out later that, you know, our teeth need saturated fats. So I am paying for this right now. And you know, I had to really look at myself in the mirror and take all of those comments of people saying, you know, it's a scam, you're going to ruin your health, you're going to regret it. And I had to face that. And I had to present myself with new information that was against everything I thought I knew and believed in. And I'm not going to lie, it was hard. And then I came across Paul Saladino, Carnivore MD here on YouTube. He's also Carnivore MD on Instagram. He is a double certified MD doctor who left the medical industry because obviously it's corrupt. Big Pharma is the opposite of health. It's a death cult. They just want you on their pills. He was a vegan, a spiritual vegan, double certified doctor who is now informing people about the benefits of meat and the carnivore diet, and he completely switched his whole diet around. And the same thing with him. He had all these gut issues, all these problems being vegan. You know, his information is really what opened my eyes. Like, if there's anyone I'm going to recommend in this video today, it's Paul Saladino. The reason why I really like Paul's information is he's somebody who went down the path. He was vegan. He was a doctor. He is spiritual. And, you know, I think one of his videos that actually got me to notice his channel was about how it's not, you know, it's this huge thing in the community where everyone thinks that you're not spiritual if you eat meat. But you guys, our ancestors and the Native Americans, we've been eating meat since the dawn of time. Yes, we are not the same humans we were then now. But you guys, there is a humane way to do it, and I almost feel more connected to animals now, the way that I eat now, than I did when I was vegan. All I felt before I was vegan was guilt. Every time I ate meat, felt guilty when I was learning about everything. So again, I'm not going to get into the science-backed stuff really behind this because I'm just going to butcher it if I try. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I am none of those things. What I'm going to do is give you like keywords to look up and research yourself. And Paul Saladino has all of this information on his YouTube and Instagram for free. He's just my favorite one I'm going to throw out there right now. There's others that I follow, but his videos are great and short and to the point. And, you know, he's the one who opened my eyes to oxalates, which are in tons of vegetables and plant foods, and linoleic acid, which is in tons of plant foods, and the bad oils they put in everything. Okay, so first of all, you guys, let's talk about who's pushing veganism right now. That is what got my mind ticking. Once I started, you know, once they really started pushing this climate change bullshit and telling us to eat bugs, and they're killing all these livestock and poisoning the chickens and the cows, like, why do you think they're doing that, you guys? Who is pushing veganism right now? Mr. Gates? You know, when I was vegan and before that, it wasn't really a common thing. And now it's like I am seeing so many spiritual people go down this path, and like they just woke up in 2020. Now they're going vegan, they're posting about it, they're doing all the same things that I did. And I'm making this video just so that in case somebody sees this, you can save yourself from a lot of damage. Because it's not sustainable, you guys. We are meant to eat animal fats. And the next part of this video that I want to talk about is seed oils. All of these studies that they come out saying that all of these people with cholesterol and heart problems and this and that and high blood pressure and getting fat, it is not from animal fats. It is from the hidden seed oils they now put in literally everything. I'm talking your canola, soybean oil, sunflower. And there is a few exceptions. Extra virgin olive oil, which is really hard to find in the United States because it's cut with bad oils. And extra virgin coconut oil is okay to cook with. But those oils still have linoleic acid. Literally, you guys, seed oils are the reason why America is so fat and sick, and all of these problems keep escalating since they added seed oils to everything. Which, mind you, these oils, vegetable oil was literally originally meant for cars. These oils they're putting in everything were meant for cars. Again, there's so much to this video that I'm all over the place and I don't even know. So like I said, do your own research. I'm not gonna sit and break down the science behind everything because I will butcher it. Look these things up, you guys. Once you are aware of seed oils, they're literally in everything. Everything. It's in all the plant milks, it's in any single thing packaged, it has it in it. It's gross. Every restaurant, everywhere. Seed oils. Seed oils are the biggest cause to our world being obese, to all these diseases. All these things that animal fats are being blamed on is from seed oils. Seed oils are rampant in America. Go to Italy where they don't put that in their food. They can eat all the same stuff we're eating and they're thin and healthy. Think of back in the day when people thrived off of meat, cooking their stuff in animal lard, ghee, butter. Back in the day they were drinking and smoking and eating like that and still way smaller than we are now. Now you can be the healthiest person and it's still hard to lose weight. It's still hard to be healthy. Why is that? What's changed? They're poisoning us on all levels, you guys, and seed oils are the biggest hidden thing, and it's finally becoming a little more well known. It's not the animal fats, you guys. So seed oils. So seed oils give off linoleic acid, and that gives us inflammation in our bodies. Inflammation is the backbone to every root disease in the body. We know this. So all these oils that are in everything people are cooking in, highly toxic to us. It's literally in everything. You know, one beauty of that is it's real easy to cut out processed foods once you cut out seed oils because it's in everything. It's in everything. All these healthy food snacks, garbage. They're all full of garbage seed oils. The other keyword I want, so look up linoleic acid and then I want you to look up oxalates. There's a few pages I follow on Instagram with amazing information on oxalates. How vegetables, so many vegetables literally have all these chemicals in them so that they are not eaten. They produce these chemicals so that they aren't eaten, so that the plant thrives and it continues to grow. It's the plant's defense mechanism. So many roots, leaves, stems, And all these plants don't want to be eaten. The animals are meant to eat that, you guys. These animals have more stomachs than we do. They are meant to eat the grass. They're meant to eat these leaves. And they turn all of those vitamins and nutrients for us. And it goes into their meat. And then we consume that meat. Now there's a healthy way to do it. So what I follow now is the carnivore-based diet. I don't even think I said this. Which is meat, raw dairy, and a lot of fruit and honey. So back to what I was saying, so many of these vegetables have oxalates in them, which are really bad for us. Like kale and spinach, these things cause kidney stones in so many people. And I personally believe my mother was a huge vegetable person. Big salads every day. She loved salads. She loved spinach. She struggled with kidney stones her whole life. So when I came across this info, I was like, wow, that makes sense. And I know what you're thinking, you guys. Oh my God, you think vegetables are bad? You're crazy. Let's take a moment. Let's take a moment to think about this. We have been ingrained since birth to think vegetables are the healthiest thing on the planet. Every health nut, every magazine, everything that talks about health, veggies, 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 veggies. Eat your leafy greens, eat your vegetables. Now that, most of the world is waking up to the corruption on this planet, we know the powers that be and their food pyramids are always backwards. So before you think I'm crazy, let's think about this. We know everything they tell us is inverted, the Luciferian way. Everything they say is a lie. Everything has been backwards. Everything that they say, take the opposite advice. I think about Sesame Street. And how they always had like little jingles and songs about eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables. Any health book will tell you, anything on the TV talking about health will tell you to eat your vegetables, eat your lettuce. Why? Why would the government tell us to do anything that benefits us? We know now that they don't. So we should be questioning all these health foods that they push on us. Not to mention, vegetables and lettuce are the most heavily sprayed, chemicaled foods that there are. Herbicides, pesticides, you name it. And it doesn't matter if you're getting it organic because they're spraying chemtrails from the sky. These are survival foods back in the day, you guys. Survival foods. And so much of these cherry-picked studies are bullshit, saying, the people that live in these areas where they eat less meat live longer. No, they don't. They are lying. Back in the day, only the wealthy ate the meat and the cheese. And another way that they've done this to really invert everything and confuse everyone is they take the stuff they know is good for us, animal products, and they base all their fast food chains around it. Do you see how they mess with our minds? It's always been a psychological war. They take healthy foods like red meat and they turn them into fast food burgers. So then when you are researching all this stuff, then, oh yeah, of course red meat's bad. Look at all the fast food, this and that and that. You guys, that's not even real meat to begin with. A. B. It's ridden with seed oils. They fry everything and coat everything in these oils. They don't cook in good fats. It took 1 month of me switching over to carnivore from vegan to literally feel 100% different. I have energy again. The dark circles went away. My hair's growing back. Got my period again. I'm regular. Thriving in the gym. I have always been somebody who needed 8 to 10 hours of sleep, and now I get up after 5 or 6 and I have so much energy. Why do you think raw milk is illegal in some states? You guys, raw dairy and red meat, and this is gonna sound gross, I know, but this is more Paul Saladino talk. he talks about like organ meats, and I cannot get myself to eat them yet, so I actually take organ supplements, which I will link down below. Paul has a very amazing supplement line called Heart and Soil, and they have tons of supplements where it's like ground beef organs in capsules. And I'm telling you, they've been amazing for me. And I know there's going to be so much that I'm not like hitting on here, but again, I'm not going to go into the science behind all of this because it's way too much and I don't want to butcher it. Look up Paul Saladino. Look up the oxalates in vegetables. Look up linoleic acid. The best oils that we can be cooking in is ghee, which is clarified butter, which is liquid gold. I could make a whole video about ghee. Look into the Ayurvedic benefits of ghee. Tallow, grass-fed butter. All of these things are meant to be, they can be cooked at very, very high temperatures. And it's giving your body good fats that we need. You guys, animal fats and stuff like red meat has so many vitamins and minerals in it. It's amazing. And we are so taught that red meat is bad, red meat clogs your arteries, Red meat's better for you than fish and chicken, let me just say that. Fish used to be very beneficial to us, but now the oceans are so toxic that they're basically just toxic sponges. Most of the chicken in the market today, unless you're buying off of a farm, which we all need to be going back to, small farms. Find your local farm. But these chickens are eating feed that is filled with corn and soy on all these grains. That's not what chickens are meant to be eating. Chickens are meant to be eating grass and bugs and out in the fields. So Paul doesn't recommend chicken as much because a lot of the chicken that you find, these chickens are being fed corn and soy. So red meat is literally the top notch, and then it makes sense of how much shit red meat gets. And I'm not talking about the low quality. I know all about the meat glues and the antibiotics and all of that. I'm not talking about these cheap companies like Tyson and these nasty companies of processed meat. No. You guys, there's a couple awesome websites that you can go to find a farm near you. You can find where the closest raw milk is to you. I will link all of that down below. I can't think of the website off the top of my head, but I'll link it down below, and then you can go to that website, type in your address, and little farms will pop up that are near you that sell, meat and eggs and raw dairy. I mean, they have convinced a generation of people. They have convinced millions of people that it's healthier to eat, a packaged food that's vegan with an ingredients list this long filled with seed oils versus a piece of red meat that has countless amounts of minerals, vitamins, nutrients, like you name it. Red meat, especially the liver, is like a superfood, you guys. They have inverted all the healthy food on purpose. Fast food, burgers. You're taught to think that those are junk food now. It's fast food. They wouldn't feed us healthy stuff. It's fast food. Well, yeah, they're taking the healthiest foods on the planet and inverting it into something disgusting and into something that you think now is bad in fast food, and you think leafy vegetables and greens are the healthiest thing on the planet. You guys, why would they lie about everything else but tell the truth about that? No, they want us fat, sick, overweight. And most of the world is. It's the biggest scam ever to think that we need to eat these little salads of pesticide-ridden oxalate leaves to be healthy. That's not the way. And when I said earlier about how I feel more connected with animals now, let me explain that. Before going vegan, I felt guilty eating meat. As a vegan, I felt guilty that everyone else was eating meat. I was constantly just in this state of feeling bad or angry or mad that the world wasn't vegan. If Fast forward to me now, I'm on a carnivore diet. I have really dove into the practices that the Native Americans used to do and do still, and that's why they started praying to begin with. When you pray and you are grateful for the animal or the food that you are about to eat, you change the energetic frequency of that food. Literally, if you show gratitude towards what you are eating, it physically changes into a high frequency food. I bless that meat, and when I'm cooking it, I say thank you. Thank you to this animal. I'm glad that it lived a happy life outside. I thank it that it gave me the nutrients to go into my body to be healthy and strong. And you know what? It's the circle of life. The cow eats the grass. We eat the cow. We die. We become the grass. The cow eats the grass. And the cycle continues. Shit, we learned that shit in Lion King. Come on now. Oh, I feel like there's so much I'm missing. Like, this video is so overwhelming and I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, but just do your research, you guys, and don't cherry pick, because there's so much out there right now that is bullshit. From big pharma studies, from these big Ivy League school studies. They don't want you healthy. Literally recently just redid the food pyramid and saying that Lucky Charms and cereal like that is better for you than fucking red meat and eggs. Like, are you kidding? Why do you think they're attacking cattle? Why do you think they're attacking chickens and eggs? Why do you think they're doing all that? Why are they buying up all the farmland, you guys? They know this food is meant for us. If you're thinking about going on a vegan diet, fine. If you feel like you need to, fine. But I'm telling you, please don't make it permanent. From experience, I am still reversing stuff. I'm still balancing my hormones. I'm still fixing my teeth. Saturated fat is not our enemy. It's all a lie, you guys. Everything that they've ever told us is a lie. And I'm sorry, but that includes most fucking leafy green vegetables being good for us. They're not. They were survival foods. We are meant to eat the fruit of the plant, not the roots and the stems and the leaves. That doesn't want to be eaten. That's why it creates oxalates and chemicals so that you don't eat it. People are having a really hard time accepting this, but you guys, we know they've lied to us about everything. Why would they be telling the truth about vegetables? And finally, so many people are coming out with information, true information, about the dangers of a lot of vegetables. They get dubbed as superfoods. Oxalates and these grains and all these stuff, they ruin our gut microbiome. They wreck it. Switch your diet to meat, raw dairy, and fruit for a month and see how you feel. I promise you're gonna feel amazing. And before someone starts spitting off stuff about the medical medium, no. You know, the medical medium was a huge red flag for me. Look at who he's in cahoots with. Oprah, the Kardashians. He went very mainstream, very, very, very quick. He got the whole world juicing celery. Full of oxalates, by the way. They push these people at the forefront. Why do people like that get these huge views and audience? Why are they on shows like Oprah and Dr. Oz and Ellen and da-da-da-da-da? You think they would really put them on the show if they were actually gonna tell us something beneficial? No, they're not. Veganism is the biggest scam, you guys, laid upon spiritual empaths. And actually, a lot of vegan products are worse for the environment than animals. You know, the whole cow farts, all that's bullshit. Factory farming is bullshit. It should be banned, it should be outlawed, it should be illegal. I agree. It's terrible. We need to all go back to small little community farms. Agree with that. Yes. Away with factory farms. I'm still on board with that. I still buy vegan products. I'm not into animal testing. None of that. No. But I promise you that we are meant to consume animal fats. We are meant to. Watch your skin and your hair, watch your wrinkles reverse. You guys, my nails are growing like weeds. I mean, I always ate meat growing up, but now I cut out all the seed oils. I'm cutting out, you know, a lot of the grains and like stuff like oatmeal and all that really disrupts your gut. I'm cutting it out. My hair is growing, my wrinkles are reversing, my skin is glowing. I've literally had dry skin my entire life until recently. I cook everything in ghee or grass-fed butter. Tallow is another good one. Extra virgin olive oil and coconut oil, Paul said, are like his distant, like 5th and 6th choice. If he didn't have tallow, butter, or ghee, he would use those. But he said they still have a little bit of that linoleic acid, which is the main thing we're trying to avoid here, which is really bad for us. I hope this video wasn't too all over the place. I feel like it was. All I'm saying is critical think, you guys. Use discernment right now. I'm seeing people all over the spiritual board going vegan, and I'm just like, ooh, like I totally get it, because I totally was there and nobody could tell me nothing about the dangers of it. And I was like, you are all gluttonous pigs and you just don't want to give up meat. So I get it. All I'm saying is think about it. Think about what they've pushed as health food in our entire existence. Take all of their advice and flip it around. Now, you know how you know that seed oils are terrible? They are now censoring Paul's information on Instagram. By the way, have any of you ever even seen me? None of this false information bullshit was ever even a thing before 2020. It was very few and far between. Now they're censoring the truth left and right. Their little Nazi notifications basically just mean it's true. Now they're flagging Paul's stuff saying, there's no evidence showing that seed oils cause this, that, and the other. Well, there you go. Now they're censoring seed oil information. You know what that means. Like, why even censor that to begin with? So what, they're saying it's bad if you don't eat it? Why do they care if we're cutting it out of our diet? They know that these seed oils are landing them buku dollars every freaking day in hospital bills. So you guys, I am not telling you what to do with your life. You do you, boo. This is just part of my journey that I'm sharing with you because maybe it'll get you to think about it in a different way. And maybe I'll save you on some dentist bills because it ain't cheap. I know it looks like I have nice teeth, but the back, it's a shit show. And it got significantly worse when I went vegan. I'm sure there's tons of information I missed. I know this video, there's so much to it, and there's so much to like, oh, and someone's gonna comment that it clogs your arteries and causes heart attacks, All of these things that they claim animal fats do is from seed oils, I promise you. Go down the seed oil rabbit hole, go down the linoleic acid rabbit hole, and go down the oxalate rabbit hole, and I promise you, you ain't gonna come out wanting to be vegan. If you wanna go on like a cleanse, and you feel like dense, and you think that going vegan is gonna lighten up your energy and you feel like doing that, then do it. But think long and hard before you do it for a long period of time, because I'm not the only one making these kind of videos. There's thousands of them now. Thousands of people have ruined their health by going vegan. So, something to think about, because I know it's such a huge path. It's such a common thing. I get it, trust me. So again, sorry this video is all over the place. I will link everything I can think of down below of great people to follow on the subject. And yeah, to all my lovers out there, I send you love and light. And to all my traveling ass haters, I send you extra love and light and many hugs, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.